Every person has a relationship with money, but there is another relationship that is often far more important and often completely ignored: the relationship you have with yourself. The way you treat yourself, the standards you set, and the habits you maintain slowly shape not only your financial future, but also your entire life direction. Because wealth is not just something you gain externally, it is something that reflects your internal discipline, decisions, and self-worth over time. And in many cases, the difference between financial growth and financial struggle begins with how a person values their own actions and potential. At the level of survival, life is focused almost entirely on immediate needs, where the priority is simply getting through the month, paying bills, and handling basic responsibilities. In this stage, long-term thinking often takes a back seat because pressure demands instant solutions. Many people unintentionally neglect their health, education, personal development during this phase because their attention is consumed by daily survival. Yet even in this difficult stage, the most powerful shift can begin with small investments in self-improvement, such as learning a new skill or building a better habit, because growth often starts long before financial stability arrives. At the level of stability, financial pressure begins to ease, and people finally experience more breathing room and mental space to think beyond immediate survival. This is where many start investing in themselves more consciously by reading, learning new skills, improving their health, and building structured routines. The focus slowly shifts from simply surviving to actively improving, and this transition often becomes the foundation for long-term financial progress. At this stage, personal development is no longer optional, but becomes a key driver of future opportunities and financial growth. As income enters the growth phase, opportunities expand, but so do distractions and temptations that can easily pull people off track. Lifestyle inflation, unnecessary spending, and status-driven choices often prevent many individuals from building lasting wealth despite earning more money. However, those who succeed at this level treat themselves as their most important asset and continue prioritizing skill development, learning, networking, and productivity. They understand that financial growth is usually a reflection of personal growth, and the more they invest in themselves, the more their financial opportunities expand over time. At the level of wealth building, money begins to work alongside personal effort as investments grow, businesses expand, and assets start generating income independently. At this point, time becomes more valuable than money itself, and successful individuals become extremely selective about where they direct their attention and energy. Every decision is evaluated not just in terms of affordability, but in terms of opportunity cost, meaning what is gained or lost by choosing one action over another. This shift in thinking marks a deeper stage of financial maturity where efficiency, focus, and intentional living become essential. At the stage of financial freedom, success is no longer defined by accumulation alone, but by the quality of life, freedom of choice, and sense of purpose a person experiences. People at this level often invest more in health, meaningful relationships, personal experiences, and purposeful work rather than material excess. They recognize that wealth alone does not guarantee fulfillment, but how it is used determines its real value. Across all levels, one truth remains consistent. People who build wealth tend to treat themselves like long-term assets, understanding that habits, discipline, and self-investment compound over time, just like money, ultimately shaping the future they live in.